for our families and yours. We're Florida's farmers, and we're in this together.
Smart shoppers will tell you they found it on HighBid.com. HighBid.com lets you explore thousands of auctions across the U.S. and around the world. You'll find gold coins, sporting goods, classic cars, collectible toys, fine jewelry, household items, and sports memorabilia autographed by the greats. HighBid.com has hundreds of thousands of items for sale every day. It's easy to search, and it's easy to find auctions in your area. Just go to HighBid.com, that's HIBID.com, and see what everyone is talking about.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNat.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine today, thunderstorm in a couple of spots, humid with a high of 87 to 91, partly cloudy tonight, low 69 to 73, then mostly sunny and less humid on Friday with a high of 85 to 89. Mostly sunny and pleasant Saturday, low humidity, high 85 to 88, then mostly sunny Sunday, high 89 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
Hey, are you ready for some Super Mother's Day week deals at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala? Here's what you do. First, check the big ad in the paper, or then go to bobwinescamelliagardens.net for some super buy one, get one free BOGOs, like that sweet-smelling jasmine that's blooming all over town, Confederate jasmine and Carolina jasmine, just $10. Buy one, get one free. Also a BOGO on crotons. They love the warm weather. They're also on buy one, get one free this week at Bob Wines. And get this, your favorite blooming vines, including Mandevilla, Passion Vine, and Diplodemia. They were $13 to $20, now just $10 this week at Bob Wines. And finally, check out the spring veggies this week, just $2.29 in the jumbo 4-pack. Come check us out at Bob Wines Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street in Ocala, daily till 4:30, 3:30 on Saturdays, in the same blooming place since 1952.
I'm Matt Gaetz, and I approve this message. The radical left are coming for you, and they know I'm in the way. Come stand with me as we fight back together against this radical president and his far-left agenda. This Friday, May 7th, I'm hosting a special America First rally with my friend Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Doors open at 5 p.m. at the Brownwood Hotel in the Villages. We want you there with us. Go to mattgaetz.com/rally for more details. Paid for by friends of Matt Gaetz.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Now you did it.
When asked, 1 out of 1 morning host on WOCA, that's me, says Formaggio's Pizza and Italian Restaurant is the best pizza and Italian in Ocala. Formaggio's is located at 1053 Northeast 14th Street. They're open for lunch and dinner Monday through Friday with lunch specials that change daily. They also are open for dinner on Saturdays. Dine in or carry out. Call 352-509-3661 so you can experience the deliciousness of Formaggio's Pizza and Italian Restaurant. Now I'm hungry.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. A few of our tractor services include bush hogging, disking, and rototilling. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com. 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
Tick-tock. The days fly by, and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner, and Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner, and Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner, and Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Thursday morning. I got my days mixed up. Good Thursday morning. Sorry, a little late coming on the show today, trying to work out some kinks here in the new radio studio. Not able to get Galen Unall on the phone this morning. Something's amiss, but we're working on that to try to figure it out. Galen Unall from Life South, he's He joins us every morning, brought to you by the good folks at Penn Flooring and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. There's something going on with him this morning, not being able to get in touch with him. So we're going to go on. I'll tell you what I was going to talk to Galen about. I was going to talk to him about three sports stories that caught my eye. I don't know if you know this guy, Drew Robinson. He is going to play AAA baseball this year as baseball is back and in the minor league systems as well. They didn't play baseball at all last year in the minor league systems with the COVID pandemic. They played an abbreviated 60-game series. Yeah, there's Galen. Now we got hopefully this will work. Galen Unal, are you on the phone now? Galen, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good morning, Tom. How are you?
Good. We're having all kind of difficulty. I can hear myself and you in the headphones and everything. It's a little weird this morning. A lot of things going on this morning.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
Sorry about that. I had a call that I couldn't get off of.
I understand. Hey, these things happen. They happen. Let me make sure we're up and where we're supposed to be. That's the big thing.
Sure.
I just started talking about AAA baseball, AA baseball, single A baseball is back. So after a year hiatus, they've come back with baseball. And the story that caught my mind is Drew Robinson. He makes the AAA Giants roster. That's one step down from the major leagues. Now, Drew Robinson tried to kill himself last year, lost an eye in the suicide attempt, and now he's back in baseball. This is one of those stories where, we sometimes don't think of mental health and how people deal with things. Here's a man whose mental health got so bad that he lost an eye in a suicide attempt last year, but he's got himself righted and back on the right track and made the AAA roster. That to me is an amazing story.
Yeah, it really is, and I think it's suicide and the issues that are facing, especially that age group. Because I looked at the story. I think the kid's 23.
Yeah, 23 years old.
So, that's the kind of thing that as a society we have to solve that problem. We need to solve the mental health issues that are just ravaging our country, and I think a lot of that is because we've lost kind of our soul in a lot of ways. I mean, I know the lockdown didn't help. I know it impacted a lot of both of my son's friends. So, and one of my son's friends at Florida State did try to commit suicide. So, it's an issue.
Well, we had a kid that was all-world quarterback at Westport. Got a full ride to Tennessee. Mauer. And he talked about his mental issues and how he wanted to commit suicide and everything while he, and that I think has held him back at Tennessee. I think he was going to be a great quarterback in the SEC, but some people shy away from the mental issues. And this kid, by all accounts, I've talked to him a bunch, seemed like a good kid, a kid that when the mental health issues came out and the suicide thoughts came out, caught me off guard. I didn't see that coming.
Well, I know Brian. I've coached Brian a little bit. He and I have talked. So I don't want to say too much, but yeah, it's been rough for him. It really has been rough for him. But
and a good kid, a great kid.
Great kid, and I've shared this story publicly before. So when I was coaching the senior Wolfpack, and Brian had. He was on TV, it seemed like all the time on ESPN, and he would stay after his practice with Westport and work with the quarterbacks and the offense for the Wolfpack, for the senior Wolfpack, because he felt that's how he needed to give back. And I think that just speaks worlds about the kid. So, this is something we all need to really focus on. But really the heart of it is we need to figure out what we're trying to do. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
And that's sometimes I think that we forget that your brain is an organ that just like your heart or your liver. People get liver disease, we go to the doctor. People get a heart issue, it's okay to go to the doctor. Get a lung issue, it's okay to get a doctor. you get the largest organ in your body, your skin, you get a little blemish on it, or you get a little melanoma, you go to the doctor, hopefully they catch it soon enough. You get mental illness, people go, ooh, hold on, he's mentally ill, stay away from it. It's kind of, I don't understand it, and this coming from a guy who suffers I take medicine every day so that I don't kill people, believe me, okay? If I didn't take my medicine every day, somebody's stupidity may cause me to pick them up and slam them head first into the pavement for the sheer enjoyment of it. So I have to take my medicine every day. So I don't shy away from it, but I don't understand why society still has a stigma of mental illness. It's just like a lung illness. It's just like cancer. It's just like a heart disease. It's an ailment in the body that can be helped with doctors and medicine.
No, you're absolutely right. But I think that's the problem is we've never really publicly talked about it. And I think that's changing. I think you can tell our society has become much more acceptable of you having an issue and helping you to get out. And we now know how to deal with it. People were complaining about having to dial an area code. I'd much rather save somebody from committing suicide than dialing 352 in front of every number.
100%.
You know what I mean? And yeah, you may say, that's exactly what the issue is. They're creating that national suicide hotline. That's and that training's gotten better. And social media is helping the problem and hurting it dramatically at the same time. I think the hurt is still a lot more. But as a society, we have to learn how to deal with that. And we have to find, and I think God's at the center of that. You've got to find God and find your purpose in life. And I think the only way to find your purpose in life is through God.
Well, that's a great segue into National Prayer Day is today. The first Thursday of May, National Prayer Day. So, I'm going to, after the show, I'm going to go give my little donation at the church and light a candle and kneel down on one of the pews and go ahead and do my prayers for the day and everything. Oh yeah. Hey, don't hate on us Catholics. We were aerobic geniuses long before anybody knew what aerobics were. Okay.
That's funny.
Hey, Galen, we're going to take a break. When we come back, a buddy of mine, he's had some things to say about Aaron Rodgers. We'll talk about that next. You're listening to Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
I'm Matt Gaetz, and I approve this message. The radical left are coming for you, and they know I'm in the way. Come stand with me as we fight back together against this radical president and his far-left agenda. This Friday, May 7th, I'm hosting a special America First rally with my friend Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Doors open at 5 p.m. at the Brownwood Hotel in the Villages. We want you there with us. Go to mattgaetz.com/rally for more details. Paid for by Friends of Matt Gaetz.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named, the man, the myth, the only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person, it's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Thursday. It is May 6th. The day after Cinco de Mayo, and I'll be honest with you, I was home by about 10:30 last night. Felt good about myself, Galen. I went out. I went to a little taco, one of those little taco restaurants in the downtown area to see Propaganda, a local band that plays reggae. A lot of people out last night for Cinco de Mayo, but I did the adult thing, and I was home by 10:30.
Look at you growing up right before our eyes.
Well, don't push it. Don't push it. Hey, we know what the fiasco that's going on right now publicly in Green Bay with their starting quarterback saying he doesn't want to play in Green Bay anymore. I love the city of Green Bay. I love the fans. I love the organization. I don't want to play there anymore. And it's kind of getting to where now Aaron Rodgers comes out and compares the GM of the Green Bay Packers to Jerry Krause, but Jerry Krause actually, Michael and them didn't like Jerry a whole lot, but he won. That's all he did. He won. So now my buddy Terry Bradshaw has weighed in on the issue.
Oh, okay.
And Terry doesn't mince words.
No. Well, he doesn't have to, does he?
No. Bradshaw does not mince words, and he thinks that Rodgers needs to play. He said Rodgers, with 3 years left on his contract, not wanting to play and demanding a trade or, I'm not coming back, would be like me with 3 years left on my Fox deal going in and going, nah, I don't like it. Let me go to NBC. Trade me. Do something. Fox would tell me no. And Green Bay is telling Aaron Rodgers no, as they should. Is Terry right here?
Yeah, but again, here's the honest truth. You cannot win in the NFL without a good quarterback and a great team.
Right.
That's what it takes to take a Super Bowl. So what they have right now is they have a very, very good quarterback. I just don't think he's great. I think he's too selfish. But they have a really average to below average.
It's a bad football team.
Right, and no matter where he goes, he may have a year of success, but the salary cap is going to catch up to him because his deal is so un-team friendly. Now you're probably thinking, well, what about Kansas City Chiefs? They're going to have the exact same problem in 2 years when Mahomes' money really gets astronomical. And I know the Chiefs are hoping that the salary cap keeps rising so that they can stay competitive. If you want to look at a model that works, you got to look at the Patriots and Tom Brady's willingness to take almost the veteran minimum every year. It helps that his wife.
He was getting paid. He was getting paid $12 million a year. He was the 24th highest paid quarterback in a field of 32 starting quarterbacks.
Right, there are backup quarterbacks who are making like twice what he made.
Right,
and again, but that's what it takes to be a winner. Now he goes to Tampa Bay again. A fairly friendly deal, right? It's 2 years. I think he's making $22 million a year.
Right.
Yeah, that's a huge amount of money. All right, we're not talking about that. We're just talking.
But there are quarterbacks out there. Dak Prescott's going to make $40 million a year, and he's not Tom Brady. So Tom Brady at $22 million is a bargain.
Absolutely, and they will struggle. So. All this comes back to is Aaron Rodgers. And again, to me, this plays right into my theory of him that he's always been a very selfish guy. He's blamed every loss on someone else, on his coaches, on the scheme, on, other players. He thinks he really – and by the way, everyone around this guy, everybody in the media, backs him up and says, yeah, you're the greatest. You're the greatest, Aaron. And I think that's a big problem. He's a very, very selfish football player. He can't do that.
He was able to, with the blessings of the fan base and ownership. And the ownership, by the way, is the fan base in Green Bay. It's the only team owned by the city of Green Bay. The municipality owns the Green Bay Packers. Although I will tell you, I own one share. I bought one share to have it because my father was from Wisconsin. His favorite football team was the Green Bay Packers. So 1 year to celebrate his time here on earth, I bought a share of the Green Bay Packers. So I get the little newsletter every month and everything. But he ran Mike McCarthy, who was a Super Bowl winning coach, ran him out of town. And nobody seems to care. They're like, well, Aaron said he had to go. He had to go. When does it come? When does it become? And this is what aggravates me about Aaron Rodgers. It's from the day you start playing football, now at flag football at 6 years old. When I started playing at 6, we were playing tackle. But now at flag football at 6 years old, all the way into full contact tackle, all the way through college into pros, there's no I in team. That's what you learn from the very beginning, that it takes the team to win. How did Aaron Rodgers miss that lesson?
Oh, no, I think he understands it very well, but he's always been told he's the most important part of the team. You know what I mean? He's always been told, oh, no, Aaron, we couldn't do this without you. You're the greatest. It's a real problem. I can't get past it. I know I sound like a broken record, but you cannot win with a selfish quarterback. Now, look, there are certain positions you could be selfish and still win. Cornerback,
wide receiver,
maybe running back, but running back, you don't find a selfish running back.
20 years ago, you could be selfish at running back.
Emmitt Smith, you could never call Emmitt Smith.
No, but I'm saying you could have been selfish at running back 20 years ago because the position was. Now you can get a good running back in the fifth round.
Did you think Eric Dickerson was a selfish player? I guess you could call him that. He was always about his own stats.
Right. Walter Payton, not a selfish running back.
No. You again, I don't think you can get away with that at running back because you have to be able to block. You have to be able to support your offensive linemen. And again, the quarterback has to be, whether you like it or not, you cannot win without one. At any level now. Aaron Rodgers is not that guy. But who are you going to replace him with?
See, and there's the issue. Right? Who are you going to replace him with?
Yeah.
That's and that's what amazes me about the game of football at the professional level. Are you so let me get this right. There are 32 teams in the NFL. Out of the 32 starting quarterbacks, only about 4 of them are really, really good to great. Are you telling me on the entire planet of 7 billion plus people, we can only find 4 really good to great people to play a position? That's what we're trying to tell each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you look at what you have to be, and my traits for a quarterback, one is you have to be incredibly mentally strong. Right? I think that's the number one asset. Mentally, you have to be incredibly tough. Secondly, you have to be able to make decisions within an instant. When you talk about reading a defense and making the decision to throw or not, it's in tenths of a second. And then you have to have the athletic ability to put that football exactly where it needs to be when it needs to do it. That's a rare combination of traits.
That is a rare combination. Galen, hold on. We'll be right back after this short timeout. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Today in Ag News from the Southeast AgNet, well, the 2021 Florida legislative session wrapped up last Friday. It capped off a session where lawmakers passed a record $101.5 billion budget for the upcoming fiscal year that starts July 1st. According to the News Service of Florida, with the COVID-19 pandemic severely damaging the state's economy last year, lawmakers had feared they could face a multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall. But buoyed by billions of dollars in federal stimulus money and rebounding state tax revenues, lawmakers passed the record budget, along with providing bonuses to first responders and a $50 million increase to raise teacher salaries. It includes dollars for Everglades restoration and addresses effects of sea level rise. The budget and the bills go to Governor Ron DeSantis for his approval or vetoes. Of course, lawmakers return to Tallahassee the week of May 17th for a special session on proposed gambling deal with the Seminole Tribe of Florida.
For generations, we've worked the land. We've faced hardships and uncertainty before, but you can depend on Florida's farmers. We will continue to rise before dawn and harvest our crops, ensuring that Florida-grown fruits and vegetables are in your stores and that your family is fed. We are providers for our families and yours. We're Florida's farmers, and we're in this together.
Smart shoppers will tell you they found it on highbid.com. Highbid.com lets you explore thousands of auctions across the U.S. and around the world. You'll find gold coins, sporting goods, classic cars, collectible toys, fine jewelry, household items, and sports memorabilia autographed by the greats. Highbid.com has hundreds of thousands of items for sale every day. It's easy to search, and it's easy to find auctions in your area. Just go to highbid.com, that's HIBID.com, and see what everyone is talking about.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine today. Thunderstorm in a couple of spots. Humid with a high of 87 to 91. Partly cloudy tonight, low 69 to 73. Then mostly sunny and less humid on Friday with a high of 85 to 89. Mostly sunny and pleasant Saturday, low humidity, high 85 to 88. Then mostly sunny Sunday, high 89 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
Tick-tock. The days fly by, and refined tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner & Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner & Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner & Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
I'm Matt Gaetz, and I approve this message. The radical left are coming for you, and they know I'm in the way. Come stand with me as we fight back together against this radical president and his far-left agenda. This Friday, May 7th, I'm hosting a special America First rally with my friend Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Doors open at 5 p.m. at the Brownwood Hotel in the Villages. We want you there with us. Go to mattgaetz.com/rally for more details. Paid for by friends of Matt Gaetz.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named, the man, the myth, the only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person, it's Tom Schmitz.
It is Tom Schmitz, live and in person, coming to you from the WOCA studios, just located just off the runway at the Ocala International Airport. Galen Unall from Life South on the phone with us, brought to you by the good folks at Penn Flooring and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. we're talking about selfish players. Aaron Rodgers, during the break, I was thinking, is there anybody that comes across as these days as selfish as Aaron Rodgers? And
sure.
I mean, there's a lot of wide. Ndamukong Suh comes to mind as he doesn't worry about team as much as he worries about making sure Ndamukong Suh gets his little pity parties going and his angry outbursts.
I know you don't like Sue.
No, I don't. I don't care for him.
But when he's matured, and he's matured into a really good football player. I agree. When he was younger, when he was with the Rams, he did some things that were just cost his team.
Yes.
But I don't think he's that guy anymore. I really don't. I don't. I think he's turned into a great football player. And again, my phone is blowing up by a certain coach in the area who just completely disagrees with me about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, well, a lot of people disagree with you about Aaron Rodgers. I happen to be.
Yeah, but again,
I happen to be one of the few folks that agree with you.
Yeah, quarterback's got to be cocky. He's got to be, full of self-confidence. But he still has to be accountable to his teammates and has to be willing to sacrifice something. So,
all I know,
it's not easy.
All I know is during Aaron Rodgers' time that I can think of two guys that are much better than Aaron Rodgers without even thinking about it, and that's Tom Brady and Drew Brees, both of them team guys, both of them about winning, not about money and everything. Then you got guys like Aaron Rodgers, who's broke the bank in Green Bay. You got a guy like Dak Prescott, who's never going to amount to anything in the NFL because he just took $40 million, and now he's not going to have any offensive line after a while. It's going to be ridiculous.
Now, I will say that the Cowboys made some really good off-season decisions. Their defense is going to be much improved. I think their offense will be better this year. Do I think Dak is a top 5? No.
No.
But and again, as this local coach is saying, it is a job, and they are playing for money. And I get it. These huge linemen are trying to kill him over a little piece of leather that weighs a pound.
Yeah,
I get all that.
I know. I played the game for a very long time. I get the premise.
But that's mixed into the cake, and I have it, right? I'm just a guy who critiques everybody else. I can't teach, so I critique, right? That's my job. So, and again, I've never met Aaron Rodgers. I don't know him. Never had a conversation with him. I just see his actions on the field and off the field equate to that.
Well,
now Dak Prescott, let's see. They paid a lot of money to Zeke, and that's a position that just gets worn down. His wide receiving core is going to be very, very good this year. We'll see if they've solved some of their offensive lineman issues because of injuries, but the Cowboys should be able to compete in that weak division
this year. But going forward, with a man that gets $40 million a year, unless the salary cap keeps going up, that's going to be a problem.
Clear. Look, the Dallas Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl or any meaningful game in, 20 years?
Yeah, they beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl. I knew.
Troy Aikman was a young man, right?
Yeah, the last time the Cowboys won, I was still in college.
This whole thing about in football, you don't have the luxury of playing for the future. In the NFL, you play for right now, because look at the Bucs, right? 2 years ago, they're the laughing stock of the league. They had the worst winning percentage of any NFL team. That includes the Lions, right? Now everybody's looking at them and like, wow, look at the Bucs. Wow, you got to mirror what the Bucs did. They went out and they bought a quarterback. That's the key. And you can either build your own or you can go buy someone else's. And that's why people are looking at Aaron Rodgers and saying, I can put him on this team today and we can go win a Super Bowl. Right?
Right. 25 seasons have passed since the Cowboys played in the Super Bowl.
There you go. I mean, so what are we talking about?
25 years.
I mean, so if I'm Jerry Jones, and I could think of worse people that I would to be. then you just say, look, if I win a Super Bowl within the next 2 years, whatever I paid Dak Prescott is worth every single dime.
I guess. Hey, let me ask you this: have you heard?
There's a reason why they call Tom Brady the greatest free agent signing of all time. He brought the team a Super Bowl
Immediately. You know, and the crazy thing about Tom Brady is he knew he was going to win the Super Bowl, you know, because his number was not available. Somebody had his number. Godwin had the number 12. He goes to Godwin and goes, hey, you give me my 12, I promise you we'll win the Super Bowl this year. Yeah. And then he went out and did it.
There you go. That's all. That's
all he did.
So amazing, by the way.
That's all he did. Yeah. Give me my number, and I'll bring you a Super Bowl. I promise. And then he did. That's all you need to know about Tom Brady. And by the way, I have no love for Tom Brady.
Very, very hard to do.
I have no love for Tom Brady, by the way, because, 28-3, 28-9 with 10 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the Super Bowl. And, not only did the Falcons lose, but then I threw a Note 5 into a brick wall. And so I lost about $900 too at the same time. So I have no love lost for Tom Brady. But all I know is he plays for less money than he's worth. And he does it so that he can get people around him that can help him win. And all he goes is just keeps putting rings. He's run out of rings on one hand. He's on his second hand with rings. That's all you need to know about Tom Brady.
Well, and again, it's unfortunate that if you look at who Aaron Rodgers, he's played in the era of the Drew Breeses, the Peyton Manning,
Tom Brady. Yeah.
So, again, Aaron Rodgers' career isn't over. Maybe he does go. But where does he go?
Exactly. Where does he go?
Do you send him? The only place that I can see him fitting in is you send him to San Francisco, similar offense. You bring, and in that way, Green Bay gets Jimmy Garoppolo, right? Maybe they get 2 first-round picks, right? And then let's see what the San Francisco 49ers can do.
I had a friend of mine text me last night and go, I got the actual thing that needs to happen. He goes, we need to send Green Bay a first round draft pick, a second round draft pick, and Matty Ice. We get Aaron Rodgers and we erase the demons.
You're still terrible.
Yeah, I know. He says we erase the demons of trading Brett Favre to Green Bay by getting Aaron Rodgers, the greatest quarterback in the league. And I go, stop. I said it's 6:30 in the evening. Stop taking acid this early in the day.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I'm not a Matty Ice fan, but yeah. The problem is the Falcons are so bad.
They're horrible.
Their defense is going to be really, really bad.
Swiss cheese.
Right? I mean,
listen, Swiss cheese could stop water better than the Falcons' defense could stop anybody.
They got rid of their best player. Just let him walk to the Cowboys.
He's gone. He's Keanu Neal, Ocala's own Keanu Neal, the best player on the Atlanta Falcons. Well, him and Julio Jones, they could go neck and neck. But still, Keanu, he's in Dallas now.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
It's ridiculous. Hey, PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan, he came out yesterday and wanted to remind players that this Super Golf League that has been talked about by being the Saudi Arabian sheik that wants to start a Super Golf League, and he's offering $30 million a year contracts to the likes of Dustin Johnson, Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, Patrick Reed. He's offered all these contracts, and Jay Monahan says, hey, go play if you want to, but if you go join that Super League, you're never playing on the PGA Tour again. You'll be suspended and probably ostracized off of our league forever.
I don't like that. Well, because they'll still be able to play in the U.S. Open. They'll still be able to play in the Masters. And there's no word on whether or not they'll be able to play in the British Open. Right? So the tournaments you're losing really are like TPC, Memorial, and nobody cares about the PGA. You know, they just don't. So I'm curious as to see $30 million a year guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
And they're only going to play like 6 events, I think, or 8 events.
Right.
All over the world at only the finest golf courses.
They're going to play. They're going to play 8 to 10 events, and then when you add in the Masters, the U.S. Open, and if the Royal and Ancient say it's okay with us, the British Open, basically you've got Tiger Woods' schedule for the last the last 10 years of his greatness. He was only playing 15, 16 tournaments anyway.
Would you play? Would you take it?
100% gone, because the three tournaments, the three tournaments that matter to me, the Masters, the U.S. Open, and the British Open, I'm probably not going to lose. And then I get to go play all over the world on great golf courses, and I'm guaranteed more money a year than I would get even if I won the FedEx Cup every year.
Now, the interesting thing, the only downside I can see to this, is if the PGA says, okay, look, if the golf course hosts one of these Premier League events, we will not host a PGA golf tournament there, right? Well, that could be so. But Pinehurst doesn't host one all the time, right? Pebble Beach hosts their pro-am. But if I'm Pebble Beach and you said, oh, okay, so you can bring the Premier event to Pebble Beach in July or June or whenever.
And they could turn that into a pro. And they could turn that into a pro-am if they wanted to.
Absolutely. Again, I think.
We've seen this before.
What will happen is the PGA Tour goes away, and it becomes a minor league for the Premier.
We've seen this before. I remember vividly in the early 90s when Greg Norman, who was on top of the golf world at the time, proposed a World Golf Championship. Remember? And the PGA Tour wanted nothing to do with it. No, we're not going to know that if you do that, you're not going to be able to play on the PGA Tour. No. Don't we have 4 World Golf Championships events every year?
Yeah. And I don't think the Premier event will be any different.
No.
I like the idea.
But
then again, if you're a golfer, if you're a golfing fan, you'll be like, yeah, let's do this.
And it gives, to me, not only does it offer 10 dates a year that could be just the best golfers in the world, period. But those 10 dates offer people like my buddy Ted Potter Jr. the opportunity to play in a PGA Tour event where he can still win quite a bit of money. And, he's able to be showcased. And the golfers that are ranked 51st to 125th, the Puerto Rican Open, they do it every year, same time as the World Golf Championship. It counts as PGA money. You get a good paycheck, $1.1 million. I mean, this thing, the PGA Tour is with its, we'll take our ball and go home. No, you won't. You've proved that already with the World Golf Championships. You're rattling sabers. You're trying to scare people. But in the end, you're still going to want Dustin Johnson. You're still going to want Patrick Reed. You're still going to want Phil Mickelson. You're still going to want Rory McIlroy. You're still going to want Justin Thomas because when they're not playing in that Super League, they sell tickets.
That's absolutely correct. Yep.
I don't know. The fact that Jay Monahan is threatening these players. You don't play on our team. Okay, I can make more money in 10 tournaments than I could make if I played a full season on your tour and won the FedEx Cup.
That's exactly right.
I mean, and Saudi Arabia's money ain't running out, pal. As long as we're driving cars, there's money in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, the Green New Deal has no impact at all on Saudi
None.
Arabia.
The Sheikh ain't worried about the Green New Deal a bit.
Because they'll just send it to China. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what people think. People think, oh, this Green New Deal is going to upset the world. No, it's not, because China and India still drive cars.
Darn right.
And they're going to drive cars. And by the way, the population of China and India make up 2.5 billion of the 7.5 billion on the earth.
Absolutely exactly right. Exactly.
The fact that people don't understand it, oh, we're going to do a Green New Deal in the United States, and we're going to solve the world pollution. No, we're not. Shut up. We're just not going to. Just shut up.
No.
As long as you have a place like China and India, the world pollution problem is not going to be solved until the two largest populated countries in the world, till they make a decision to help with the Green New Deal. It's Green New Idiots is what you are. That's all you are.
Well, right now with a piece of plywood costing $42 or whatever it was, then I think that will be a bigger problem.
I think plywood's more expensive than that now.
I think it is. We had a meeting yesterday because we're expanding pretty dramatically, and we're like, look, we can't afford to do this right now. We're going to just have to. We were planning on all this new infrastructure.
Yeah, here we go.
Redoing our building. We can't.
Half inch OSB board, which is the scraps that they glue together.
Yeah.
That's $45 a sheet. Strobel decking wood plywood, which is AB plywood, so you get a nice deck. $125 a sheet right now at Lowe's.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Look, if these prices,
for a piece of
if these prices were in place 20 years ago, no, not 20 years ago, 2006, 2005, 2006, so 15, 16 years ago, if these prices were in effect then, I would still be driving a forklift at the Georgia Pacific plant in Hawthorne that made plywood. That's all we did was make plywood. I would still be doing it because we'd be raking.
It's amazing. It's amazing how much materials are. But concrete's still cheap, so everything will just start being switched over to concrete.
So you're with me then and by the way, I would still watch the PGA Tour on Golf Channel because I love golf, but I'm tuning in every week to watch the Super Golf League.
Well, of course, because you're. Let's just say they go to some courses that you've never seen, right? Let's say they go to some course in China that's the most epic course of all time that you've only seen on like a video game. You don't watch that. They'd have to figure out how to make that air at a time that maybe it starts at 9 a.m. instead of 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You'd be all over that.
Oh,
You'd watch the heck out of that.
Of course I would. Without a doubt, I would watch it. And let me see a desert course over in Qatar. You know what I mean? Qatar, or whatever.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let me see what a course looks like in Bogota, Colombia, because I'm sure they got nice courses. I know for a fact there's 2 nice golf courses in Costa Rica. Let me see a summer game in Costa Rica. By the way, there's some amazing golf courses that nobody's ever heard of right here in the state of Florida. Let me see them. Go to Champions Gate. Give me a PGA. Give me a Super Tour Champions Gate.
That'd be awesome.
Champions Gate's one of the nicest golf courses you'll ever play in your life.
Absolutely.
Not a PGA Tour stop.
No, there's tons of them though.
Yeah.
There's tons of them.
Like Callaway Gardens.
Again,
Callaway Gardens in Georgia. It gets the Farmers Tour. What do we got? The Corn Ferry Tour. It gets a tour stop there.
Sure.
This is one of the most amazing golf courses you'll ever see. There's golf courses on Sea Island. There's golf courses on Jekyll Island that are amazing that don't have tour stops. Put a Super Golf there.
I'm with you. I am with you. This is going to be. I hope it goes through, and let's see what happens. I really do. I'm curious to see how it all shakes out.
Now here's
but the PGA has no leg to stand on.
But here's
because they're all free agents.
But here's the only place here's where it could cause a problem. If the PGA could get the USGA and the R&A to agree not to allow them to play in the U.S. Open or the British Open either, then you might have a problem.
Well, yeah, then you're going to have some real decisions to make.
Right.
But if they offset that and say, okay, we're going to be able to play at Carnoustie that will be interesting. You know, the TPC started off as nothing. Now it's the 5th major, and it's really if the players rank them, it's 2 or 3.
Right.
Depending on
who you ask. It started as the GJO at Hyde Park.
Absolutely. Absolutely correct.
I remember as a small kid, 6, 7 years old, Hyde Park for the GJO.
Absolutely correct.
So, and here's the thing. Here's the issue. Somebody says, well, what about the Masters is going to be the Masters. They won't care. Well, PGA, we don't want, yeah, whatever, we're the Masters. We'll do whatever we want to do.
But what if the PGA says, okay, now, if you play in the Masters, you can't play in the PGA Tour. Nobody would play in the PGA Tour.
Nobody play, no, because you're playing.
No American, because it's 1 or 1A for every player who's ever played golf in the United States.
I think it's 1 for every golfer except Phil Mickelson. And I think it's 1A for Phil Mickelson because he hadn't won the U.S. Open.
Fair.
But other than that, Augusta National is the #1 golf tournament for any golfer in the world. There's kids in China right now that are learning to play golf that one day hope to be a professional golfer, not to make a lot of money, not to do. They want to be a professional golfer, yes, to do all that, but they want to be a professional golfer that maybe gets invited to Augusta.
Absolutely correct. I mean, look at the guy who won it this year. His life, his children's life is made because of winning that tournament.
He's a Masters champion.
What a big deal it was in Japan.
Huge.
In all of Asia. So, yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I think it's a great idea, and I think we've seen this played out before where the PGA rattled its sabers, and lo and behold, by the way, the World Golf Championships, it was a compromise where they only play 4 a year because Greg Norman wanted 12 a year. So there was a compromise made, but it's still the World Golf Tour. The World Golf Championships. It's still played 4 times a year. I think the Super League is going to happen because who's going to turn down that kind of money?
Oh, man, $30 million guaranteed?
I play on that tour. I play on that tour. I play on that tour for 4 years. I'm at $120 million.
Well, you'd play on any tour. No, nobody would take you. But
well, no, I'm just saying, as a golfer, a professional golfer, if you're Justin Thomas, you hadn't made $120 million on the golf course in your life. You may have made with endorsements and everything that kind of money, but you haven't made on the course $120 million in prize money. Here's a league saying you ain't even got to win, and we're paying you $30 million. You just come
and
play.
By the way, those endorsement deals aren't going away.
No, they're not. Titleist still needs to sell golf balls. You know what I mean?
Right.
Callaway still needs to sell clubs. Those endorsements aren't going away. Buick still needs to sell Buicks. Chevrolet still needs to sell Chevrolets. Nike still needs to sell apparel. It's not going away.
Absolutely. No, not at all.
Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Hey, Bloodmobile today, we're actually at the Walmart down right there on Easy Street, so please come by and check us out. We've been in for a long, long time. We're in very, very critical need, so please get out there, get the life. Donate blood.
You are in critical need. I know you say that every week, and people say, well, he's always in critical need. It's because it's critical that we have enough blood to help people when they need it. And by the way, you give blood, it may be you that needs it after you give. You never know who might need the donation. So go out and give, like he says, give the gift of life. Go donate blood. Thanks, Galen. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Be good. Thanks, Tom. Bye, all.
Galen Unall from Life South, brought to you by the good folks at Penn Flooring and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. We'll be right back after this short timeout. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Darren Spearman reporting. The National Ag Statistics Service is reporting this week that the peanut crop is 11% planted. That is across the nation. That compares to 15% last year, running a little bit behind. In Georgia, peanuts planted 9%. Last year on this date, 16. Soil moisture 2% very short, 18 short, 73 adequate, and 7% surplus. After the late rain 2 weeks ago and a dry period, producers picked up